Let's talk about sleep. The best thing ever. The best thing to ever exist. The all-cause mortality preventer. The disease preventer. The fat loss aider. It aids in your fat loss journey. This is the most important thing you could possibly do. And the phrase or the people that say, I'm so hard, I sleep 2 hours a night. It's slowly dying. I don't know if they're dying or they just understand that philosophy is horrible. Even people like Elon Musk and people like Mark Zuckerberg and people that are high-performing people, even Jeff Bezos, they talk about their sleep and they actually get a normal amount of sleep. It makes you think better. It helps you perform better. It is just your life source. And a lot of people deal with insomnia. I deal with sleep issues. So I'm so obsessed with sleep. Here are going to be the ways that improve your sleep quality, make you stay asleep longer, and helps you fall asleep faster. And these are proven by science. But then again, who likes to read research? I understand not everyone knows how to read a PubMed study and things like that. So we're going to dumb it down to layman terms. I'm so tired of people always just referencing data and just regurgitating it. Understand it so you can teach people. That's what I learned as a pilot. So that's what we'll be going over today. So number one, when you want to fall asleep, I know you're going to hate this one. Wake up and go to bed at the exact same time every day. And not even kidding, if you go to bed 2 hours late, wake up at the same time. Take that hit because it takes 3 to 5 days to get back into your rhythm. So you're actually losing more sleep in the long run around that 2 hours of sleep. So lose the 2 hours, even if you're 2 hours late, wake up and go to bed at the same time. Helps your body build a rhythm. Your body's a habitual person or a habitual thing. You need to do these things. And you'll start noticing a lot of these things are habits. Number two, unfortunately, if you live in like a one-bedroom apartment or a studio apartment, this might be hard, but do not watch TV. Do not do anything in your bed. Don't doom scroll. And I know a lot of people just heard that, don't doom scroll. They're like, fuck. I'm one of those people as well. It's hard. I'm not perfect. I understand that. But you have to trick your mind. And every time it touches that damn bed, I point over here because my bed's right here. My setup is kind of funny. My bed is right next to my studio. You cannot go in that bed doing anything else. Your mind has to think sleep right when it goes in there, right away. So wake up and go to bed. Right when you wake up, get out of bed. You have to train your body into thinking, hey, go to bed. This is bedroom. This is bedtime. And this helps. This is just a psychology thing. Because when I was studying as a pilot, I was getting all my licenses in 1 year. So it was really a rapid amount of speed. So how I tricked myself into going to study mode, and I call it deep work mode nowadays, I listened to the same song. I listened to Ludwig Beethoven. I listened to number 21, I believe. I can't speak. I listened to that, and I actually immediately do work. And I tricked myself for the first 30 days. Immediately, I would start studying right when that song came on. So whenever I heard that song, it tricked my mind into brain focusing. Focus, study, learn. Still do the same thing. I listen to Beethoven and I work. I work really hard and I don't get distracted because I trick my brain into thinking, hearing that, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be study time. It's kind of like Maslow's dog, where every time they ring that bell and they fed the dog, over time they just rang the bell and the dog started salivating, like as if the food wasn't presented in front of it, showing that you actually could train someone in that way. Train yourself the same way. Trick yourself. So go to bed and don't do anything. Don't watch TV. Don't have a TV in your bedroom. Don't have any form of entertainment in your bedroom. I know that sounds really extreme. My bedroom has nothing. Shocking that I have a studio here, but at night I wear the shades. I don't know what those things are called, like night shades. That's the next thing. Don't have any light. This is a crazy thing. I don't really like this study, to be honest, because there's not a lot of control groups. It's kind of a weird study in general, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't really like how it was done, but there's a study. They put a light behind their knee, and they went to bed, meaning you're not going to really see the light. And they also put another light in like a very small area, and they had a massive level of sleep disruptions versus if there's just no light in the room. Granted, there's just a weird study, but that is a thing out there. Showing any form of light disrupts your sleep. Just try to have all black. I just wear the covers. They fit really nice. They're great. I think I got it for $3 on Amazon. Super cheap. Now, the food. I get asked this all the time as a fitness coach. How late should I eat? Because I always think, after 6 p.m., fat mode. Anything you eat turns into fat, which I think is really funny. It's like our body somehow instinctually thinks, we know what time zone we're in. We understand all these things. So if we eat at this time, it's fat mode. Doesn't matter. But what does matter is if you eat 2 hours before bed, a heavy meal could disrupt your sleep quality and falling asleep and stay in a deep sleep because you're digesting your food, your blood's in your stomach, and your body's working. So it doesn't allow you to go into deep sleep as well. Research has shown that. So I always try to have dinner at least 2 hours before bed. I try to rock 3 hours before bed, no food. Personally do that because I have sleep issues. And this is something a lot of people have issues with. They go to the bathroom a lot. This is not research. This is anecdotal, what works with my clients and what works with me. Try to save your carb source foods. I know this will go back and forth. People think, oh, you're spiking your insulin before bed, all these things, whatever. This is what's worked for me and my clients. You have a carb-dense food before bed, like your last meal is before bed, so 3 hours before, and you stop drinking water in that last meal. And that will allow you to stay asleep longer because some reason, after 8 p.m., I decide I want to drink a whole damn gallon of water for some reason. I have a thirst that can't be quenched. It sucks. So I have to stop myself from drinking, and it allows me to stay asleep because I used to wake up all the time to take a piss at night. No bueno. Not good for sleep. So unfortunately, that's a sacrifice you do, and you have these carb source foods, so you can kind of absorb the liquids better inside your system. So that's what I do. It works really well. I don't wake up to pee anymore. If I do, I know I messed up my own little routine. Next up, supplements. Melatonin. A lot of guys specifically hate melatonin because like, it's going to lower my testosterone. Andrew Huberman told me I'll go hypogonad. I'll lose my test. Melatonin or not, when you naturally secrete it in your body, your testosterone goes down. That allows you to go to sleep. You get morning wood because your testosterone spikes to wake you up. Whoa, crazy. It's your body fluctuates constantly. There's no level of testosterone. So when Huberman said, oh, when you take melatonin, your testosterone plummets. Yeah, I mean, it's true, but it goes down for an hour or two. It fluctuates all day. So that's objectively a true statement, but it's misleading. Nothing against Huberman, but he's even correct that nowadays. Melatonin does not affect it. There's actually a study. People took a mega dose, 50 milligrams of melatonin for over a year. For the day after they stopped, they went to bed fine. They had no adverse effects. Their circadian rhythm didn't get messed up. Their hormones were out of whack. No addiction. All fine. The only thing I have heard from clients and me, you get weird dreams. Not me. I don't have weird dreams. But I heard my clients. They get weird dreams of melatonin. Comment down below if you have that. Because it seems really common. I don't have weird dreams when I take melatonin. I don't know why. I just don't get any weird dreams. And then secondly, I want to give you this tip. If you're taking melatonin, an hour before bed, say that you're taking 3 milligrams. Take 1 milligram an hour before bed. Take another 30 minutes before bed. And then take your last milligram right before bed. This is going to naturally make your body start secreting it in a natural form rather than mega dosing it right away. It's been shown to actually help people fall asleep faster or actually more healthy. Like it's more effective to use the melatonin. That's what I was trying to say. So I never go above 5 milligrams. No need. Just go slow. Make sure you're third-party tested, though. They've shown melatonin sources could be below by 85% and 800% off on the labels. That's crazy. It could be 1 milligram, or it could be 8 milligrams, or it could be 0.5 milligrams. That's a wide range. So make sure it's third-party tested. Make sure it's a good source, because sometimes, I mean, I'm sure sometimes you've had melatonin that works really well. Sometimes you're like, whoa, I have to take 5 pills. What's going on? It's like you're kind of dosing yourself. It's like you're having a little fun time. You went into a fun bag and you're just trying random stuff and see what happens. That's literally what it is like with melatonin. So make sure it's third-party tested. And then also, selfish plug here. Let's see if I can find it. Do I have my sleep aid here? I do not have my sleep aid here. The company I work with, Echo Vision, they have a great sleep product. It has a lot of really cool stuff like Gamma. It has ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, I don't know how effective it is for sleep. But if you just want to be cheap, relatively good, I'd recommend taking magnesium glycinate. Not any other form. I don't want you to crap yourself before bed. Magnesium glycinate. Personally, I take it in the morning. I don't feel the sleepy qualities, but I know Higher Up Wellness, my buddy Mike, and all my clients love taking it at night. So it has been shown, helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, helps you with your nerves, helps you give you energy, helps you with a bunch of stuff. Magnesium is amazing, but also just helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. So those are 2 supplements I'd recommend as melatonin and magnesium. You probably don't even need the melatonin. I'd start with magnesium and then go to melatonin because melatonin is just so much stronger. So whatever level of insomnia you have or sleep issues you have. So we've covered it so far. Bed, only bedtime. Right when you put your head in there, you're falling asleep. Next up, darkness. Just absolute darkness. Next up, don't eat before bed. Don't drink before bed. And then we did our supplements. These are all fantastic things to start falling asleep and staying asleep. They're boring. They're not fun. They're not even, I mean, to each their own. It's very subjective. I was going to say it's not easy, but it's really easy for some. For me, I hate it. But I do like sleep. So I do it. I prioritize it. Really important stuff. Then last, I don't really believe it. The blue light glasses, research hasn't supported it. There's just no research to support it at all. Anecdotally, I think it works a little bit. I could have a placebo, but the strongest drug in the world is a placebo, so I'm gonna keep running with it. But just try to limit your bright lights before bed. Try to limit it by like at least 2 hours. Use lighter lights. For example, I'm filming at night right now with my studio lights. No good. Not good for my sleep. Not good at all, as you guys can see. But sacrifices for work. So yeah, yellow lights, warm lights. Don't need to have white lights. Those are all incredible tips. Start implementing those things. I can do more in depth, more research. I'll start telling you guys why you need sleep. I should have done this at the start because you guys would have watched the rest of the video, but we're getting used to long form videos. So if you guys are still here, be ready to learn. So, how I said cancer, heart disease, all these things. Also, I could make all these videos off the dome if you couldn't tell, so they're kind of sporadic. Maybe I should start scripting them. My girlfriend interrupted me, so now you guys understand how raw these are. If you have 1 hour of sleep less, the biggest test we ever have, daylight savings. Accident rates increase, cancer rates increase, deaths increase, all by missing 1 hour of sleep. Crazy. 1 hour. And I love people's excuses. I catch up on the weekends. I'm a big weekend sleeper. I only get 5 hours of sleep on the weekdays. Weekends, I crush it. I got to study for you. They tested that. People could sleep 7-9 hours of sleep every night of the week. Then they had a group that for 5 days a week, they can only get 5 hours of sleep. Weekends, unlimited sleep. Unlimited. As much as they wanted. Guess how much they got back? Night 1, they got an additional 2 hours of sleep. Night 2, they got an additional 1 hour of sleep. So all that sleep they left, they only regained 25% of that sleep. Shocker, the group actually started gaining weight. And that's because another study showed, I'm not going to reference the exact percentages, but I believe it's around like 20 or 30% on these numbers for leptin and ghrelin. If you miss your sleep, your leptin decreases, the hormone that makes you feel full, and your ghrelin increases, the hormone that makes you feel hungry. So it's a recipe to put on some fat. No good. No one wants to be fat. That's why you guys are here. Fat loss coach. So that's not great. And then also, you crave salty, dense foods and processed foods and carb dense foods. Foods that are hyper palatable, basically. So all these things allude to you will gain weight. And all these studies show they don't limit their food. They don't do anything with the food. They just lost sleep and they gained weight. I believe one group gained 2.3 pounds in just 1 month. All just from sleep. That's the only thing they were changing in their life. Sleep is king. Sleep is phenomenal. Let me know if you guys want another deep dive. I got a DM saying they want to have a sleep video. Yeah, please like and subscribe and comment down the videos.